So hey, what's going on, you guys? It's me, Malik, and today I'm bringing you guys a brand new video. But today I'm going to be talking about the winners of this offseason so far. So, I know the Warriors just won the championship, but they're securing next year's championship by improving their bench and re-signing their key bench players. And I know the Warriors just won the championship, as I said, but they're just getting better in shooting. I know. How can they get better in shooting? They have Steph, they have KD, who's a scorer from anywhere and everywhere, and they have Clay Thompson, and they added Nick Young and Omri Caspi. Pretty scary, I know. If they keep their lineup like that for the next years, they may secure the championship for probably like 4 years. If the Cavs don't get better, if Kyrie leaves, or if the Cavs don't even sign anyone. Just days after the NBA draft, the Thunder made a trade to get a star forward who's Paul George. And you guys, they just lost KD last season, and that's a big win for both sides. I know it's not really, they didn't really get big return, but at least Paul George told them that he was gonna leave when he's a free agent next year. And in case you didn't know, he told them that he wanted to go to the Lakers. So they got Victor Oladipo and Demantis Sabonis, which is, it's not really big for them, but I feel like Victor Oladipo can be good. But I know you guys are gonna be like, I'm tripping or something, but he just won the MVP in the Africa versus World, so pretty good, right? I know it's not really good, but he was facing against NBA players and some NBA stars like Porzingis, who's an NBA star. You can call him that, but yeah, pretty much they got both. That's a big win for both sides, for Thunder and the Pacers. Now, I was just peacefully watching the NBA draft. I was happy the Suns drafted Josh Jackson until the 7th pick. I thought, obviously Minnesota's gonna get the 7th pick, and then I go on my phone and I see the shocking trade: Jimmy Butler being traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves for the 7th pick, who is Lauri Markkanen and Zach LaVine and Chris Dunn, which is, I don't know. They added an injury-prone player, and Chris Dunn, who is questionable. They added Lauri Markkanen, who may have potential. I watched him. He may get better off the years, but he has potential. And they also got Jimmy Butler in return for that. They exchanged their injury-prone player, who's been questionable, Zach LaVine, exchanged their draft pick, and the team is pretty stacked. Karl-Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins, Jimmy Butler, and Jeff Teague at the 1. So you guys already know he's kind of a shooter, but I already talked about that video. He kind of got worse shooting, but you know what? That's all it is. But it was pretty good. The trade was really good for Minnesota, and I think it's time for the Chicago Bulls to rebuild. And they're rebuilding on Zach LaVine and Dwayne Wade. If he's not, I don't know. It's very weird. The Chicago Bulls are a really bad place, but it's a big win for the Minnesota Timberwolves, not for the Chicago Bulls. Now, I know I've been talking really a lot about forwards getting traded or signing, but this is a big issue. The Celtics signed Gordon Hayward, and I know the team is really stacked. There's so many forwards there, so you don't know what to start, and you're obviously gonna have to choose between Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum to get off the bench for more minutes. But they got Gordon Hayward, and they drafted with the 3rd pick Jason Tatum. And he looked really good, but he got injured, and he could have made the All-NBA first Summer League team. Sorry, I made it. It's kind of confusing, but he couldn't make it. But he looked really good, making that game winner in his first Summer League game, and it was pretty good. I really liked it. And they got Jaylen Brown, who also kind of improved. I saw him. He was too good for that summer league. So I couldn't judge, but hopefully he's good and they can have a good future, because the Celtics can either get people off the bench more, like Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum, but they have to choose, and that's their decision. But that's a big win for the Celtics. The Lakers traded away D'Angelo Russell because they knew that they had lots of hope in Lonzo, and they had to keep some space for him to be the starting point guard. They also got Brook Lopez, and they drafted the 22nd pick, Kyle Kuzma, who they also traded with the package for D'Angelo Russell, and he was like he looked really good, winning the Finals MVP in the Summer League tournament, and I think he's the biggest steal in the draft. Right after Dennis Smith Jr. So I know he's really good. He has lots of potential. He can be on the bench, like coming off the bench for some minutes, because he looked really good. Arguably one of the biggest steals in the draft, Dennis Smith Jr. getting drafted by the Dallas Mavericks after New York passing on him. And I was pretty surprised because I thought he was really good. He was gonna go to New York, and I was watching the draft and I was like, what? But he made the All NBA Summer League first team, and he proved New York wrong. So it's like a slap on the face. They drafted Marco Fultz with the first pick after trading away with their pick with Boston. Marco Fultz, who got injured, and we thought he was gonna be the best player in the draft, but he got injured and it stopped him. But he looked really good, and I can see him somewhere nice too in the future, building around Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, and Marco Fultz, with them being really good backcourt, and it was a really good deal for them. So he looked really good before getting injured, but I'm not gonna make jokes because we were about to draft Marco Fultz, but we got joked on in the NBA draft. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give this video a big thumbs up. And if you really want to see my NBA articles, go check them out. And if I forgot someone, I know I'm not going to end this now. Chris Paul to the Rockets. So, we were surprised Chris Paul went to the Rockets because we thought he was going to stay with the Clippers, but I was pretty shocked too. Blake Griffin probably signing somewhere else. We were like, the Clippers aren't making playoffs. But I feel like Chris Paul really wanted to move on to a team who can he can build around, and with a superstar player like James Harden, who was an MVP candidate. And him and James Harden defense, I'm not gonna make jokes about that too, but him and James Harden can really help each other, since Chris Paul can guard his position better than James Harden does. So they can switch on defense sometimes when there's one of the best point guards in the league, Steph Curry, who he can guard, or maybe Klay Thompson so he doesn't shoot, these big people. So it was a really big deal for the Rockets. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the other video.